Good morning, peeps, and welcome to a not so early morning in Tbilisi. We're kind of done with Georgia. Liked it and didn't like it at the same time. Somehow it doesn't have, we didn't find anything special. It's quaint, it's nice, it's not as cheap as I was expecting it to be. So being done with Tbilisi, we are going to head to the border and try to get into Azerbaijan. We have 56 kilometers to get to Azerbaijan, to the border, and see if they let us cross. If they let us cross, we have another 500 kilometers through I don't know what kind of terrain. I'm looking at Google Maps. It should look like a little desert or something like that. But we have 500 kilometers after the border crossing to Baku. Also, if you want to help out this channel and don't know how, you can check out the links down in the description below to the companies that supported me on this trip. One of them being Motomus, who sent me this cargo unit to use for the trip. They sent it for free, and I have been using it ever since we left Romania, and it's been invaluable to this trip, either for listening to music, listening to my navigation, or intercomming with Marius in busy cities like Tbilisi, for example. So if you're Romanian, please check out Motomus. The link is down in the description below. And if you live in another country, check out your local cargo importer. I wonder how a Sunday morning Tbilisi looks. Issue. Oh, poor truck. Poor little truck climbing up. Now, I didn't hate Georgia per se. It's a pretty nice city, it's a pretty nice country, but there are a couple of things that are really messed up. First of all, not finding fuel for the first 200 kilometers. I know we might have been on back roads, but honestly, a fuel station for 200 kilometers, that's not much to ask for in a country that wants to be in the European Union, in a country that considers itself modern. That's not much to ask for. Also, pricing. Okay, pricing here is kind of like it is in Romania, where I do consider a lot of stuff to be too expensive. Or actually some things are more expensive than in Romania, which I do not understand why. The drivers drive like absolute idiots, most of them, and the cars they drive are messed up, clunked out old beaters. Some of them imported from the US, which I'm pretty sure are flood damaged cars, and others imported from Japan, which I'm pretty sure again are some kind of damaged cars, because I've seen them close up how they sound when they drive by. These cars are they're not in the best of conditions. It's the fuzz. I thought he was after us. He might still be. Marius, don't go. Okay. I don't know how legal that was, but we're doing it. What I did like about Georgia compared to Turkey, apparently a lot of people here speak English. So I got along with understanding with people a lot better than I did in Turkey. In Turkey, at least after Ankara, you can barely find anybody who speaks English. So you're kind of hand signaling all the way. But here, I got along pretty nice with people. They didn't speak perfect English or anything, but it was conversational. We could understand each other. I could buy things without having to use Google Translate. I could ask for directions without having used Google Translate. That was actually pretty nice. So it's a decently nice city. The vistas from up top the mountain are very pretty of the city, but otherwise a modern 21st century city. Parts of it are modern, parts of it are old, kind of like the rest of Europe. There are still parts of communism visible. but otherwise it's a pretty nice city. But anyway, now it's high time to leave Georgia and try to go to Azerbaijan. We have no idea if they'll let us at the border. We shall see. We have our COVID vaccines, we have our paperwork, we have our insurance, everything we have with us. We'll see if they allow us to enter. If not, I don't know what we're gonna do today. We have some ideas, but I would really prefer it that we get to Baku. I mean, that's the whole point of the trip for me, is getting to Baku, Azerbaijan. That's the end point of the trip. It would be a real bummer if Azerbaijan decides to mess up our trip and not allow us entry into our final destination. Came all this way not to be able to see Baku would be a real shame. And that's it. We have joined the motorway. Goodbye Tbilisi. Hopefully goodbye Georgia for now. We'll see. We'll see. We may not be goodbye Tbilisi, goodbye Georgia. We're just quickly going to the border and coming back. It's interesting how Tbilisi is set up as a city. So it's the low part to the east, and then the high part with the mountains to the west. It's like an amphitheater. And to Donny's delight, we're going on the low part, flat part. We are heading out of the city. Hopefully no more mountains, no more climbing for a while. I want to be able to easily cruise at 94, 95 kilometers an hour at a decently low altitude with the engine not starving for air. It's gonna be a pretty long ride to Baku, but it's gonna be, I think and I hope, on flat ground so we can cover distance quickly. I'm curious to see what the scenery will look like. Like I said, I'm expecting it to be a little bit of a desert. I don't know if it will be, but we'll see. We'll see the colors, we'll see the geography, the landscape. I may not be making many friends in Georgia. Honestly, it wasn't all that bad, but compared to Turkey, I'm sorry, Turkey raised the bar pretty high in terms of hospitality for tourists. It's hard to compete with Turkey, and considering I stayed in Turkey for the past, I don't know, 5 days, it's hard for me not to compare Georgia to Turkey, because that is my frame of reference. I mean, I've been to Turkey, loved it there. I've been to Georgia, it wasn't all that nice compared to Turkey. And so, yeah, it wasn't all that nice compared to Turkey. And so I am gonna make that comparison. I'm sorry. Georgia is not all that bad. It's pretty nice here, but I prefer Turkey. I'm sorry, I just do. We'll see about Azerbaijan, but currently Turkey has topped every list I have. Landscape, roads, hotels, food, hospitality. Turkey just knocked it out of the park. But we'll see how Azerbaijan goes. I'm really curious. I really hope they let us in, because I'm really curious to see the country. And we are gonna be crossing pretty much the entire country if we get let in. Almost there. 2 kilometers away, 1.8. Almost at the border. I think we're gonna pass a bridge called the Red Bridge. That's what I saw on the map. I have no idea why it's called the Red Bridge, but I think we're gonna find out. I'm guessing it's probably painted red. That's why it may be called the Red Bridge. Usually that's how these things go. Probably somebody, when they built it, they painted red, and then people started calling it the Red Bridge, and now everybody calls it the Red Bridge. Let's see, queue of trucks, of course, we need to pass them. We're going up ahead. The Kurami River. Okay, so this should have been the Red Bridge, I think. I don't know. Let's get to the border. Hello. Passport and driving license and registration.
Did you visit Azerbaijan embassy?
Embassy? No.
Border is closed right now.
Just a second. We can't go through Azerbaijan?
Azerbaijan border is closed.
Why?
It starts because of pandemic and more than 2 years it's closed.
But we are vaccinated.
No, I know. I'm not talking about vaccine or something like visa. It's like special permission to cross the border. So for this you have to visit Azerbaijan embassy. Right now we can make like this. I will send your pictures of passports to Azerbaijan border.
Okay.
If they allow, you can cross the border.
Okay.
But I don't know how many times you need to wait. 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Right now you have just wait.
We park here, or is there shade somewhere?
Oh, it's okay.
So that's it. Now we wait. That's it. That's it. Azerbaijan has officially screwed us over. Denied entry into Azerbaijan. The local border guard here, the Georgian border guard, sent our passport pictures to the Azerbaijan border guards and asked them if they'll give us permission to enter the country. We waited for about a couple of minutes and he came back with the reply, said, nope, we do not have permission. There may be a possibility if we go tomorrow to the Azerbaijan embassy in Tbilisi, get a hearing, get some interviews, explain the fact that we are going as tourists, and maybe they will allow us to enter the country. So it's a big maybe. The road border is closed. Also, he offered if we wanted, we should go to the airport and fly to Baku. And no, I'm sorry, we came on this trip on 2 wheels. We're doing this trip on 2 wheels. We are not getting on any bloody airplane. So that shit just derailed all of our plans for today, and basically came all this way only to be turned around 500 kilometers away from Baku. Now we're gonna try to go to the border of Armenia and see if maybe we can cross into Armenia and go to Yerevan tonight. If not, I think we're gonna go back to Turkey because Turkey was awesome. I mean, I liked it here in Georgia, but if I can choose where to spend the night between Georgia and Turkey, or if I have to choose where to spend the night between Georgia and Turkey, I'm gonna choose Turkey. Yerevan is about 250 kilometers away. The border, I think it's about 50 or 100 kilometers away. We should be there pretty quickly. It's only 12 o'clock local time. We should have plenty of time to go to the border and see if we can cross. Trying to contemplate what just happened as we ride through the rolling hills of Georgia. Not allowed in Azerbaijan. For what reason? The Georgian border guard said that what they want from us at the embassy is a Azerbaijan spatial permission. What the hell is a spatial permission? Okay, what the hell is that? I'm fuming right now. I rode 3,000 kilometers just to be turned around in the last 500. The whole goal of the trip was to reach the Caspian Sea. That was the whole plan. That was the whole intent. Everything went smoothly until bloody Azerbaijan, because you need to apply for spatial permission. You know what? So we need permission to occupy Azerbaijanian personal space, because they're under lockdown and everybody has to have 2 meters of personal space, and I need approval to get some of those 2 meters, to get my own 2 meters. Bloody hell, I'm coming as a tourist. I'm spending money in your country. I'm bringing money from another country into your country. That's how tourism works. That's how countries become rich. Apart from oil and gold, if they have oil and gold to sell, another way is tourism. People coming from other countries into your country and spending their money. No, you need a... And you know what's the messed up part? If you go to a bloody airport and fly, you don't need any spatial permission approval. You just get on a bloody plane and fly. So they're okay with us coming by plane, but they're not okay with us riding there. What the hell? So I guess I could say, in terms of how great each country was that we passed through, Azerbaijan is a total shithole. Because it basically gets a DNF, a no-show. I can't say anything about Azerbaijan, or at least I can't say anything good about Azerbaijan, because they bloody well didn't let us in the freaking country. Maybe another time we'll get to see Baku. I don't know if I even want to see Baku anymore. And another messed up thing, about a month ago, Formula 1 was in Baku. Everything was alright. A lot of tourists went to Baku to see Formula 1. For them it was okay, because people that go to see Formula 1 usually are pretty wealthy, because Formula 1 is not a cheap sport you can go watch. Tickets are expensive. Even the lowest cost tickets are bloody expensive to go to Formula 1. So the people that came into Azerbaijan were wealthy and stayed at rich hotels and spent a lot of money. Us two knuckleheads on our cheap and cheerful Sims, what are we? We're too poor for Azerbaijan? Our money is not good enough? The freaking highlight of the trip. No, denied. Just because of some crappy politician who thought it was a good idea to lock the border, because F you everyone. 2 days, that's all we wanted. 2 bloody days in Azerbaijan. That's all we wanted. 2 nights. Came in today, spent tomorrow in Baku, the day after tomorrow, back out of Azerbaijan. That's it. That's all we bloody wanted. Was it too much to ask for? Apparently, for the Azerbaijan government, yes, it was way too much to ask for. And like I've said, no, I'm not getting on any bloody airplane. This is a motorcycle trip. I'm doing every single kilometer by motorcycle, scooter, call it whatever you want. I'm not getting on a bloody plane. You either let me in your country with Donnie, or I'm not coming in and I'm calling your country a shithole. And that's what Azerbaijan is, a shithole. Now we're going to see if the Armenian border is open. Maybe they'll let us in. Maybe we can see Yerevan. But Armenia is so messed up, they're fighting with either the Turks or the Azerbaijan. Because apparently Armenians can't get along with anyone. Once again, bloody politics. People want to be friends, but politicians, no! Let's bloody fight for no goddamn reason. This bit of dirt is my dirt. It's not your dirt. It's my dirt. Give me my dirt back. Everything in the world is so messed up with bloody politics because they can't get it in their thick skulls that all we want is just to be friends. That's it. Okay? No, they're fighting over dirt. They're fighting over some oil, some... Dude, just open up, money will flow everywhere. Just bloody open up. No, people are... The world is globalizing and some countries are locking themselves in. Bloody hell. Anyway, let's see if Armenia will have us. Thank you. Okay, maybe here Maybe here things will run a little bit smoother. Georgia let us out. Let's see if Armenia will have us. Is Armenia friendlier than Azerbaijan? Does Armenia allow guests, tourists? We're gonna have to wait and see. I think we're in somehow. I don't know exactly how, but we still have to do something, but we'll go and do it. Guys, I think we are in Armenia. We just have to pass that point, where apparently there's a bottleneck. But we may be in. Thank you. Okay, people trying to sell us insurance. I'm not buying it. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry, I'm not buying any insurance. Where is Marius? Where is Marius? We don't have phones here. There he is. Dude, we are in Armenia. We are in bloody Armenia. I don't know if we need to get motorcycle insurance like in Georgia, but we're in. Well now, let's see what Armenia looks like. Azerbaijan didn't want us, so we came to Armenia. At the moment it looks very rough, I would say. And it was a tense border crossing, let me tell you that. It wasn't a cheap and cheerful one. I mean, I was almost through, except they saw, when they wanted to stamp my entrance stamp, the Armenian guard wanted to put the stamp, he saw that I've been to Turkey. When he saw I've been to Turkey, he called a colleague, they start looking, he called another colleague, spent there about 15 minutes just waiting. I asked them, is there a problem? He said, no. Okay, if there's not a problem, then why am I being held up here? Finally, after 15 minutes, the guy that was interested in Dani came and said, well, kind of like, what's going on? And they said something in Armenian, and then he said, wait, he he made a gesture of just wave them through. And I finally got the stamp in and out of the border. And now we're in Armenia. We are in Armenia. We're heading to Yerevan, 200 kilometers to Yerevan. The road seems good, well paved, well maintained. Those are interesting. I'm curious to see how Armenia looks. I'm expecting it to be a little of a poor country. Now, I'm not expecting it to be like third world slum dogs. Like, I'm not expecting it to be third world slums, but I'm not expecting to see sparkly buildings and high streets and stuff like that. I'm expecting more rural and a lot of abandoned buildings and old Soviet machinery. because this used to be an old Soviet republic. And they're still very friendly with the Russians. We have to be careful around here what we blabber on, because Armenia is still very friendly with the Russians, and the European Union is not friendly with the Russians. So yeah, we kind of have to be careful what we blabber about and who we interact with and what we say when we interact with. But for now I want to get out of the border, because that's where con artists and scams happen, at the borders. I'm getting out of the border. We're probably gonna take a bit of a break, but after we get a couple of kilometers away from the border. Border areas are usually the hardest, and they're the most prone to pickpockets or scammers or stuff like that. So we are getting out of here on our way to Yerevan. When we will find a secluded place, we will stop for a break. But for now, on to Yerevan. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes smoothly. But let's just say I'm a little bit tense being here, because the whole country is a little bit tense. Okay, so we're in Armenia. The scenery is beautiful, but let me tell you something, I'm not too happy about it. There's a certain tension in the air. We're passing people on the streets and they're pointing at us. At the border crossing, I spent about 50 minutes because they saw I've been to Turkey. Marius was heard speaking English, and he got pulled out of the line for the check and taken into an interrogation room. Let's just say the air feels tense here. It feels thick. I don't know if we're gonna spend the night in Yerevan. It's still currently, it's not even 2 o'clock yet. We only have 160 kilometers left to go to Yerevan. We might do a tour of the city and then make a run for the border, because neither me nor him like it here. We like the scenery, it's beautiful, but there's a political tension. You can, in the air is so thick you can cut it with a knife. We stopped a little bit earlier for a breather, and the only way we felt safe is because we found a dirt road that led a bit away from the main road. So basically we hid in the woods so we could take a break, because that's where we both felt comfortable. I want to like Armenia, but again, politics is getting in the way. I'm sure the people might be nice, but at the moment it feels like we're being pointed out by a lot of people that we're passing. And because Armenia is very friendly with Russia and we are from the European Union, people are not turning a kind eye to us. Oh boy, I can't even enjoy the scenery, because we're not riding to enjoy the scenery. We're riding hard to get to Yerevan fast and make a decision if we're gonna spend the night in Yerevan or not. If we're gonna spend the night in Yerevan, I want a hotel with, I don't know, underground parking, guarded parking. I'm scared for Donnie, and for that reason alone we may not spend the night here. I'm not comfortable here, I can tell you that. I know it's part of the adventure, but I am not comfortable here. Shit, blacked out Mercedes behind me. I don't like these blacked out Mercs. Hopefully our bikes don't look expensive and they'll just think we're a bunch of knuckleheads from Europe. Poor knuckleheads, just running around Europe like a bunch of idiots. What the hell were we thinking? Damn it, Armenia, damn it! Can't you just get along with everyone so I can enjoy all of this beauty? No, I'm sorry, I'm not stopping. I don't know what he wants, but I'm not stopping. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Salut! He speaks Romanian.
Am fost Slobozia, am stat un an.
Slobozia? Maică mea e din Slobozia.
Ia Lomița.
Mama lui este din...
Maică mea e din Slobozia.
Am fost și Suceava, și Gala, și București, și Calaraș, tot știu, am lucrat aici, șoferul ambasadar 1999 până 2003. Am văzut numerul, pentru asta.
Alexandru.
Igor.
How's about that? How's about that? Somebody speaking bloody Romanian in Armenia. I mean, when I saw a blacked out Merc honking at us and trying to pull us over, I was like this. My heart was in my throat. I was just about ready to pull on the brakes, flip it around 180 and go flat out for the border, make like a proper run for the border. I wouldn't be stopping for anything. But no, apparently he was a friendly. He knew Romanian. He used to be the Romanian ambassador's driver. He's been to Romania. Oh boy. And we're only 40 kilometers into Armenia and this happens. Sheesh Louise. Alright, let's get into Yerevan. Hopefully the next 150 kilometers are better, are calmer, are nicer, less tense. So our friend Igor, who we made on the road, has invited us for a bit of food. He said something about some kebab, some shawarma. You know, I haven't eaten all day and I could really use a bit of food in my stomach. Let's catch up to him. Avoid the huge hole in the road. What are the chances of meeting somebody who knows Romanian here in Armenia? And now he's even taking us to lunch. How awesome is that? We're about 110 kilometers out of Yerevan, but a lunch break is well deserved and needed. It's only 4 o'clock. We still have plenty of time to get into Yerevan and find a hotel. And who knows, maybe we won't even need a hotel. Igor is driving like a true Armenian, leading the way like he's used to when he's driving diplomats. Opening the road up. I'm kind of settling down now that we have such a friend. I got his phone number. In case everything goes tits up, I can give him a call. Come on, Donnie. Give me some speed. Uh-oh. It's the Rosers. We got ourselves a convoy, boys. the way Igor is driving, considering we are in a city. We're doing 103, over 100 Ks, and I can barely keep up with him. And he's not passing hard. He's pushing them out of the way, basically. I mean, hey, if that's how you drive here, that's how you drive here. So out of my way, peeps. We've got ourselves a convoy. Wreaking havoc through Armenia. 2 numbnuts and 1 good Armenian friend. And here we are. Ship, 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 ship.
We got scared at the border, to be fair with you, because a lot of troops and a lot of soldiers looked to our back.
So that was lunch with Mr. Igor. Now, from what he told us, he lived in Romania in the 90s doing trade. And he actually lived in a city where I have relatives in Slobozia. And my mother was born very close to Slobozia, so I know that place really well. Also, in the 2000s, he was the driver for the Romanian ambassador here in Armenia. What an interesting world we live in. But at least now I'm a little bit more relaxed. Now that we have a friend in Armenia, in case something bad happens, we can call him and he can help us out. And apparently this is how people pass in Armenia. Kind of like India. I'm imagining this is what India would look like. If we have room in the middle of the road, we take our chance. That's how Igor showed us. And that's kind of how we're taking it to Yerevan. Because drivers here seem to give you room. I mean, look at this Lada. He's basically on the side of the road allowing me to pass. Interesting country, Armenia. The further we get from the border, the more friendly the people start to be. I mean, the tensions I was feeling are starting to go away. Anyway, we're 90 kilometers out of Yerevan. We should be there in about an hour and a bit. And we'll see what Yerevan is about. And after that, I think it's time to start the long road home. I don't know what pass we climbed, but check this out. I don't even mind the fact that it got really cold up here. But check that view out. Sheesh. Man, that's so pretty. I don't know what altitude we're at, but it feels like almost 2,000 or maybe 1,500, something like that. Sure is pretty. Oh yeah, one more thing that Igor told us. Because now we have entered Armenia and we have Armenian stamps on our passports, basically with this passport I will never be able to enter Azerbaijan. They will never allow me to enter because I have been to Armenia, and Armenia and Azerbaijan are bickering over some dirt somewhere. So yeah, I guess that seals it. No more Azerbaijan on this trip, period, or in the near future. Even though I really wanted to see Baku and I really wanted to reach the Caspian Sea, it's not gonna happen. With this passport, I cannot enter Azerbaijan. If I want to enter Azerbaijan, I have to go home, declare my passport lost or stolen or something, and get a new one with no stamps in it. So the border guards don't see that I have been to Armenia in my lifetime. Politics. Again, politics. Why do we have to put up with them? Oh well. Well, since it's pretty early and we're only about 50 kilometers out of Yerevan, Mr. Marius wants to go exploring. And looks kind of interesting around here. Abandoned old Soviet cars, Soviet trucks. It's just the road is definitely not something to write home about. Somehow it feels like we're riding through people's backyards. Don't mind us, everyone, we're just riding through your village. Problem is I have a fuel light on and it's a good thing in Tbilisi I filled up my fuel can. Because with his taste for adventure, you never know when you need extra fuel. And I told him I needed fuel. And he passed several gas stations, but he didn't stop. Should have stopped by myself and get myself some fuel. Check out, this must be like 50 years old. Nice. I really like old machinery, especially old Soviet machinery. You used to see it in Romania also, but now not anymore. Stuff like that, stuff like this tractor. How interesting. And on these back roads in these villages, of course, you see all of this machinery. A lot of Kamaz trucks, a lot of ZIL trucks. What is this? Oh, I have never seen one of those. I have no idea what that is. Probably a ZIL or Kamaz, but I don't know for sure. And I think this is some kind of contraption that somebody made. Nice. Some backyard engineering here. Yes, indeed, the views are nice, but while this scooter is capable of traversing this terrain, that doesn't make it easy. It's easy if you know what you're doing, but I'm kind of worried. 3,000 kilometers away from home, me doing dumb shit like this. At least if something bad happens, it's his fault. As always, Mr. Marius is leading us up the side of a mountain. It's so steep we're barely climbing. I don't think I'm gonna go much further because this road is stupid. And by the looks of it, it leads all the way over the mountain and Nope. That's it. That's too much. I'm done. I don't want to. Oh! See? Sometimes you gotta think, sometimes you gotta say no. I am done climbing. I will wait for him to come back. Right bloody here. I'll put my reserve fuel in. And then head back down and head to Yerevan. And if he cooks his clutch again up here, this is where I'm leaving it. I'm done. Although it is pretty, I'll give him that. Yes. Okay, reserve fuel in. 195. Let's get back on. without dropping Donnie. Somehow get him turned around. And let's get off this mountain. I agree, the view is superb. But Donnie is not made for this, and I'm 3,000 kilometers away from home in a different country. I don't speak the language. Atop a mountain in the evening at 7 o'clock in the evening. We don't have a hotel, we don't have anything set up in Yerevan. So it's high time we got going to Yerevan. Now I know that going up and seeing views like this is very nice, but if you're with something like I am, like a little city scooter, although he can basically go up, you're stressing everything so much and you're risking breaking down that it's not worth the view. I mean, I really don't want to do a transmission swap up on a mountain in Armenia 3,000 kilometers away from home at night. Okay? I like my fair share of adventure, but sometimes you gotta know when to say stop. When the cons outweigh the pros, you gotta say stop and you gotta turn around. Well, another boring day, we kind of turned it into an interesting one by doing dumb things. Normal people would just headed out into Yerevan, but not us two numbnuts. No. We saw a road climbing a mountain and yep, let's try and go up it. Why not? It's a beautiful trip, and I hope everybody understands that it doesn't matter what you have, it's what you do with it. Because modern day machinery, modern day motorcycles are much more capable than you can ever imagine. Just look at Donnie. Crossed Eurasia, climbed mountains on dirt roads. I've taken him through hell and back, and yet he still puts up with all of my shenanigans. Doesn't complain, just put gas in him and point him in the direction you want to go. He may not get there fast, but he'll get there. He'll always get there. Good boy. Good boy. Sim, you've built two wonderful machines that have taken us to wonderful places, and I hope that you continue to do so. Okay, what's going on here? Once again, little Donnie impresses with his abilities of conquering just about anything I throw him at. A city scooter. A scooter made for taking people to work. A scooter made for doing deliveries. Somehow, he can take all the abuse I can throw at him, and he's not even flinching. The more I throw at him, the more he says, "That all you got? Kid, I got so much more in me, you have no idea." At least the road we're on is marked on the GPS. This is the road to Yerevan. Now, this is not the main road to Yerevan, but this is a road to Yerevan. What a bunch of knuckleheads we are, and what awesome machines are these two sims. Sim, if you can do this with less than 200 cc's, how about you start making a proper adventure bike? Take the engine from the TL, the parallel twin of the TL, put it in a proper ADV frame and start making some proper motorcycles, because you guys know how to make them. Okay, never doubt yourselves. You guys know how to make them. Look at us. What are we putting these two through? And not only are they making it, they don't even care. We haven't had a single technical difficulty all trip. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All we did was a service yesterday, an oil change. That's it. I mean, I brought tools with me. I brought spare parts with me. Nothing was required, and nothing is required. They just run as if it's nothing. That's it. There's the main road. There's the main road. Yerevan is 46 kilometers away. A group of bikers. Oprim? Onwards to Yerevan. And just like that, after taking him up the side of a mountain, actually right up there, we're back on tarmac, cruising 90 kilometers an hour. Just like that. Donnie the all-conquering. Let's go, boy. Let's put the hammer down and get into the capital. Armenian style. Or actually, if that's a fuel station down there, I'm gonna stop and fill them up and fill my fuel can. Because currently I'm on 2 lines of fuel and I don't have any reserve or anything. This is my last fuel. Yoo-hoo! Yerevan traffic! Crazier or just as crazy as Tbilisi. Because why not? What's the thing in all of these former Soviet republics? Why does everybody drive like crazy? It's the same in Romania as well. Only Bulgaria. Bulgaria is chill. As far as I noticed, Bulgarian drivers are pretty chill. But otherwise, in Romania we drive fast. In Georgia they drive fast. In Armenia they drive fast and disregard traffic rules. I have no idea why this is, but in a lot of former communist republics, former USSR republics, it's the same thing. Traffic is the same kind of chaos and craziness. Welcome to, I think it's the center of Yerevan. Jesus Christ, I need fuel badly. But apparently in Yerevan nobody has heard of paying with a card. I've stopped like 10 fuel stations. Ask them card? No. No card. No card. No card for fuel. How thick do you have to be that no card for fuel? Alright, sit rep. We still haven't found a hotel. I'm running on fumes. Somehow I've managed to find a bit of Wi-Fi, but I booked a hotel in bloody Budapest. Now I have to get my money back from that. Marius managed to book a hotel here. That was the same hotel I was searching for, and it came up. I booked a room. Apparently it was another hotel. They have exact same name in Budapest. We've been searching for the past 2 hours for somewhere to stay and somewhere to refuel. No petrol station accepts payment by card. That's absolutely idiotic. And now on a whim I'm gonna go to the hotel he booked and ask for a room. And hopefully they have a room. I'm just about done with traffic laws. What? Is fuel? Is there fuel there? Oh! Bloody hell! Premium? Okay. Da. A card, right? Card. No, Romanian. Visa.
Mastercard, Visa.
First I put.
Ну,
Карта, какой карта?
Card.
Какая страна? Какая Англия или... Не, страна Англия, Франция или...
România.
Румыния, а?
România.
Wi-Fi. Сколько?
What? Full. I don't know how much.
А фула, если не будет работать?
da, dacă nu merge,
Если будет... Валюта не...
nu mai, a zis că dacă nu merge,
Dacă nu mergi,
Примерно сколько, да,
Мерти.
допустим,
работает.
it works.
5000 сделать? Сейчас.
Ok.
Lasă,
Nu.
mai ai,
Stai să mă gândesc,
Сколько литр примерно? Да?
10,
9 liter.
9 литр?
yes.
Da,
В
da.
общем,
Ăsta. 9 litre.
9000.
999.
Aha.
Doamne, zici că sunteți nebun, frate. Gata.
Good, normal.
Good.
Și acum ai 9 litri. Uite, și
Da.
lasă.
Gata.
Ia mâna de acolo, frate.
Vine.
Nu.
Карта.
Ok.
Replay exactly. Because without the gas.
Fuel? Niet. Almost niet. Push.
Если фильм արտիջան, հետո նայք շտապես դուտե։ Ոչինչ, երկու արի դեկան ստաճ։
Hai că bag și eu.
Որ բանչանի չզորես ապե, կավա թողում են։
Full? Perfect. Here. Wait.
Давай. Все окей.
Ok? Perfect. Full.
Știi cartă, da?
Ăla.
Same card. Same.
5.
4.
No. Full.
Pet.
Put full.
Which way? Yes, full. Full. Yes.
Full. Bloody hell, how bloody difficult it is to get fuel in this country. If you have a card, they don't trust that your card actually works, so you have to tell them how much fuel you want so they can charge you for it first and then pump it. How the hell am I supposed to know how much bloody fuel is gonna go into the tank? Apparently 9.2 liters was all that I needed to fill the tank and the fuel canister. Sorry, next fuel up, I'm leaving Yerevan with the fuel I have in the tank, and if I need to, I'm gonna use the fuel can to get into Georgia, and I'm gonna fuel up in Georgia. No more fueling up in Armenia. This is absolutely retarded. Okay, so this is where he got a room, and where I was supposed to get a room, but I didn't. Guess what, peeps? We found a hotel, but nothing here. You cannot pay here with a card, a normal debit card. There is no way to pay with a debit card. So although we found a hotel room, now we have to go and get money for an ATM because the hotel is not paid. I'm sorry, Armenia, I'm trying to like you, but it's bloody difficult to like this kind of shit. So now I have to go to an ATM, get some money. This is utter bullcrap. And at the fueling station, I asked for a full tank, and I wanted to pay with a card. So the guy said, how do I know if your card works? Bloody hell, man, my card works. Just fill my tank. Said no, I have to tell him how much I want before he starts pumping, so he can take my money before he starts pumping. So I guesstimated. Luckily I guesstimated pretty accurately, but still, dude, this is utter chaos. I just want to get it to the ATM, get some money, go to a hotel, take a shower, and tomorrow morning we are properly making a huge run for the border. I don't know where Marius is. What the? Oh my god. Dude, what is this? Where have we come? The scenery up to Yerevan was nice, but I'm sorry, Yerevan and the way the economy works here is utter bullshit. So we're gonna sleep tonight and we are heading out of Armenia. I have enough fuel to get out of the country. With what's in the tank and what's in my fuel can, I have enough fuel to get out of the country, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get out of the bloody country. And next destination is Turkey. I want back in Turkey. I'm sorry, Georgia, I'm sorry, Armenia, but I want back in Turkey. This is utter bullshit. Finally, ATM machine. Yes, yes. And we're checked in. Bloody finally. At least the room is nice. Big bed. Let me give you a tour. So, we got a bath here. Decently big bath. We have a wardrobe here. A desk. 2 armchairs, a table, and a big bed. Okay, so Yerevan. What can I say about Yerevan? What can I say about Armenia? I mean, not being able to pay with a card, a debit card, anything in this bloody country is a big pain in the ass. At least we should have gotten warned at the border. There was an ATM at the border, but we usually don't take out money at the border because the first few stops we can pay by card. And then once we arrive in our destination city, then we get a whiff of the land and take out some money from the ATM and stuff like that. Nobody said anything. Which, considering this country doesn't accept credit card, except for supermarkets. We went after we went before we could pay the hotel room, because yes, this hotel does not accept credit card or debit card or any kind of card, just cash, hard cold cash. So we went to an ATM to withdraw some money, and then we went to a supermarket, mini market right next to the ATM to get some food and water to have for tomorrow. And there they accepted debit card. So you can't pay for gas with a debit card. You can't pay for a hotel room with a debit card. But for a cola and some Pringles, sure, no problem. It's weird getting to grips with Yerevan and Armenia. There's utter chaos in terms of traffic. You can barely find petrol. Here you have to get the premium version, because what I read is the regular is 92 octane and I need 95 octane for mine, and Mario's the same. In Europe we have 95 and 100. 95 is the normal, 100 is the premium. Here it's whatever. If you have an LPG car, Armenia is your home. I mean, I think 90% of the cars on the road are LPG, because at every fuel station there's one pump for petrol and like 10 for LPG. So if you have a converted car, then Armenia is your home. You are gonna find fuel everywhere as long as you have cash. Remember this, cash is king in Armenia. You don't do anything without cash. So take out money right at the border, because you're gonna need it. About the insurance, I have no idea. We're gonna see tomorrow at the border when we leave, because yes, we are leaving Armenia and starting the ride back home. Because frankly, both me and Marius love the scenery, but that's about it. I mean, I don't feel like Armenia is an interesting enough place, culturally diverse place. Basically, nothing attracts us here. So we are gonna get out of Armenia. We're gonna go back into Georgia, and then cross Georgia to the Black Sea and cross back into Turkey. Hopefully, all of this tomorrow. For today, I don't know how many kilometers we rode, 400 and something. I'll put the correct number right here. It wasn't a pretty long ride, but all the mash up with Azerbaijan refusing our entry, then riding to Armenia stopping us at the border, me because I had a Turkish stamp on my passport. Marius, they heard him speak English, so he went and got interrogated. Yeah. There's a lot of hubbub in the air. On the other hand, meeting Igor was nice, and we exchanged phone numbers, so now I have a friend in Armenia. In case I ever need a friend in Armenia, now I have a friend in Armenia. But other than the scenery and meeting Igor, everything kind of was tits up. Barely find any Wi-Fi to load up booking. I booked wrong, and now I have to find a way to get my money back. Drivers drive like crazy. We couldn't get fuel. We couldn't find a hotel. Then we found a hotel, but then we couldn't pay the hotel. Anyway, so tomorrow we're gonna get on the bikes. We have about 480 kilometers before we hit Turkish territory. And we hope all the border crossings are gonna be quick. Gonna be easy to get through them, and yeah, get to Turkey as fast as possible, as fast as bloody possible, because Turkey, I miss Turkey. I mean, I miss the people, I miss the hotels, I miss the prices, I miss the food, I miss Turkey. And the ability to pay with card just about anywhere. Don't take that for granted, because apparently there are countries quite close to Europe where paying with a card, a debit card, is something out of the ordinary. I don't know why people still love, actually I do know why people still love using cash, is tax evasion. Simple as that. Tax evasion. But anyway, I'm blabbering and it's late and I have to go to sleep because tomorrow I have to get back on the road. So yeah, that was about it for today. Bloody full day of just about everything you could imagine. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you back here in the next one. Until next time, take care out there. Ride safe. Goodbye. Holy crap, I would rather be on a dirt road than on this shit. My nostrils are absolutely freezing. We are 300 meters away from the fuel station, and we have ran out of fuel. Somehow I ended up on a logging road. Well, somebody binned it.